Welcome, everyone. One of the best ways to prepare for the IELTS speaking test is to see it in action. That's exactly what we're doing today with this complete mock test from Spinta. As you listen, think about what the candidate does well and where they could improve. Afterwards, we'll compare notes with a full performance breakdown. Let's begin. Good morning. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Good morning. My name is Maria Lopez. I am 28 years old, and I live in a small city near Madrid. I work in marketing, but also I study part-time, because I want to improve my English, and maybe I go to university next year, if all is okay.
Where are you from originally?
I am originally from a village about 1 hour from here. It is a quiet place, and the people are friendly. I lived there until I was 20, and then I moved to city for job. It was difficult first, but now I like city life more.
Let's talk about your home. Do you live in a house or an apartment?
I live in an apartment, in building with 5 floors. It is not very big, but it is comfortable. The kitchen is small and the living room have big window. I like it because Varkla is near my work, and I can walk to office and shops easily.
Do you prefer living there or in the countryside?
Well, I think city is better for work and social life, but countryside is peaceful. Sometimes I miss the quiet and fresh air. If I would have chance, I would buy a small house in village for weekends, but I prefer to stay in city for now because job is important.
Now about free time. What do you do in your free time?
I like reading and watching series. I am really enjoy to reading, especially novels about mystery. I probably spend 2 hours every evening reading before bed. It helps me to relax after a long day at work. I have been avid reader since I was child.
Why do you enjoy those activities?
They help me to forget stress and to think different things. Reading make me imagine, and series are funny and easy to watch. Also sometimes I meet friends to discuss books, but not often because we are busy. It is simple pleasure but very good for balance.
Let's talk about food. Do you like cooking at home?
Yes, I like cooking sometimes. I can cook simple dishes like pasta and salads. I am not expert cook, but I try new recipes from internet. When I have more time, I prepare more complicated meals, but usually I cook quick and healthy food during week.
Do you prefer to eat out or cook at home?
I prefer to cook at home because it is cheaper and healthier. Eating out is nice for weekends or special occasions. Sometimes my friends and I go to restaurant and we share food. That is fun. But daily life home food is better for me.
I'm going to give you a topic. Please listen carefully. You have 1 to 2 minutes to speak. Describe a book you enjoyed recently. Please say what the book was about when you read it and explain why you liked it. You may start when you are ready.
The book I read recently is called The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. It is a novel set in Barcelona after war, and it mixes mystery, history, and love. I read it 2 months ago, during weekend and in evenings. The story is about a boy who finds a book, and then try to discover the author and secret around the books. I liked it because the atmosphere is strong, and characters are interesting. Also the language is poetic sometimes. To be honest, at beginning I was slow to read, because many names and old customs are new to me, but after chapter 3 I was hooked, and I could not stop reading. The novel reminds me of my city and the streets, and I feel connection with place, so it is personal. I also appreciate how author describe books and libraries. It made me think about memory, and how stories can change life. After finishing the book I recommended it to friend and we had long conversation. I think it is very good book, and I will read other works from same author in future.
Right. When did you finish that book?
I finished it about 3 weeks ago. I was working less that week, so I had more time. It was nice because I could read long sessions and that helped me to follow plot better. After finishing I felt satisfied and a little sad because story end.
Next we will discuss books more broadly. Why do some people prefer e-books to paper books?
I think e-books are practical because you can carry many books in one device and you save space. For travelers is good. Sometimes price is cheaper, and you can read in dark with light. But some people like paper, because is tactile and smell of pages, it give more pleasure and memory. Both have advantage and disadvantage.
Do you think reading habits are changing nowadays?
Yes, I believe reading habits change with technology. People read short texts in social media, and attention span is lower. Many young people prefer videos and audio, but there is still audience for long reads and books, maybe fewer but passionate. Libraries and bookshops adapt with events to keep interest.
What can parents do to encourage children to read?
Parents can read with children from early age and make storytime pleasant. Also, they can give choice and not force a book they don't like. Visiting library and sharing books as gifts help too. If parents show example by reading, child see reading as normal habit and maybe do same.
Do you think schools are doing enough to promote reading?
Some schools do good work, but others focus on tests and curriculum, so reading for pleasure is ignored. When teacher motivates student with interesting books or projects, reading increase. But pressure for exam sometimes kill interest. Schools should balance skills and love for literature more.
Okay, that is the end of the speaking test. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was good practice. I hope my answers were clear enough.
The candidate demonstrated a band 5.5 level performance. Notable grammatical errors included saying I am really enjoy to reading, which should be I really enjoy reading, and saying I have been avid reader since I was child, which should be I have been an avid reader since I was a child, and saying I live in an apartment and the living room have big window, which should be the living room has a big window. These errors occurred frequently throughout the test, and sometimes interrupted smooth grammar, but did not prevent understanding. Fluency showed frequent hesitations and short pauses, with some repetition and self-correction, while the candidate maintained overall coherence. Vocabulary was limited and sometimes repetitive, for example using very good and nice instead of more precise words, though occasionally more expressive words like atmosphere were used. Grammatically, the candidate used mainly simple structures with recurring subject, verb, and article mistakes. Complex sentences were attempted, but often incorrect. This performance earns band 5.5 because the candidate communicates meaning, but with frequent basic errors, limited range of vocabulary, and noticeable fluency problems. To reach band 6, the candidate needs more consistent correct use of articles, plural forms and verb tenses, expand vocabulary to avoid repetition, and practice smoother delivery with fewer long pauses. Thank you for practicing with this IELTS speaking mock test. Visit Spinta for more comprehensive mock tests and personalized feedback to boost your IELTS score.